everyone, my name is Alpha. Welcome to plummysims and welcome to another speed build. I hope you're all doing well and having such a wonderful day. So today we are back building in Oasis Springs, and this time we're playing around again with the not so new Courtyard Oasis kit. I feel like it's been, years since we got the kit, but it was only like a few months. But since we have that kit, like every single packs or kits were coming very quickly in like a very short amount of times. So I feel like this pack is easily forgotten, or kit like very easily forgotten, because like a few days after we get this kit, we have the Dream Home Decorator, which I like a lot. But I think this is that type of kit that has a lot of potential, but since this is just a kit and not like a staff pack or maybe a game pack, I feel like we're missing a lot of things. So I decided to play around with this kit again, but building a little bit more on the contemporary side, not like a very true like Riad. Yeah, I think that's how you say that, Riad, not Riot. Yeah, I think so. But I decided to play around with this kind of like a peachy what is that, peachy pink color with like very pale blue over here. But I decided to change that pinkish color to kind of like a more beigey one, because it's, I don't know, it reminds me a lot of watermelon, and I don't want to make this house very watermelon looks alike. So I decided to change that color at the very end of this build. I don't think I have the footage though. I might be, but I don't think. So what you see on the intro is actually the real build, the finished product. So anyway, I only had one issue with this build, and that is if you have this kit like the Courtyard Oasis kit, you might have realized that the windows and the like arches and the doors are all for the medium and the tall wall height, which is a bummer because I don't really like playing with medium or tall wall height. I always lean more towards like short or maybe medium sometime, but mostly short. And it's just so hard for me to kind of make it looks good without making it look too empty or too tall. But since we have no option here, I had to deal with that, and I think I did okay. I know the window, the short wall window from this pack is it's actually really nice, but it's too short. I want a bigger one, like this kind of like a slightly smaller version of this arches from Jungle Adventure. So I really wish they kind of like they do a bit different from what we got. And to be honest, I'd rather spend more, like I don't know, like $20 or maybe $40, which is like expansion pack price, but to have more cultures. I think I've said this a few weeks ago on my tweet. I can find that tweet and put it on the screen. So yeah, I think I've said that, but I don't know. I know this kit is kind of like a hit and miss. Like there are people who loves this so much, but also there are some others who don't really like this kit, which is totally fine by me, because that's the purpose of the pack, you know, or the kit. Like some would love that and some would not like that match. So I think it's fine, but to be honest, I really want to have another like pack that represents new cultures besides I don't know, like US especially. Not to say that it's a bad thing, no, I think it's still such a good thing, but I want more variety. I want Middle East, like literally Middle Eastern like pack inspired, or maybe African based inspired like Savannah, or I don't know, like basically another cultures that we don't have that already. And because I'm Asian, I I'm from Indonesia, if you don't know that, but we, and I speaking of we as Southeast Asian, we also want to have some representation in game. So I don't know, by this point I am not really sure if we can have that. I mean, like another Asian representations, but I just have to be a little bit more positive. But what I want to say is I just want to have another representations, like I don't know, maybe Middle East, another like a more in-depth version of Middle Eastern cultures, or maybe like African cultures. We don't have that yet, and I don't know, I think it's just so fun. So that's what I really want to have in the future, which it's just my 2 cents. So anyway, I actually decided to do this kind of like a lofty space, and this floor plan was inspired by one of the floor plan that I found on Pinterest. It's actually from, I'm not sure, like Royal Luxury Hotel or something in Marrakesh. So it's highly influenced by that floor plan, but it's not like very spot on because this is The Sims and we have some limitation here and there. But I tried to kind of make it as realistic as possible. So we have a kitchen space, a living space, a tiny bathroom. It's not tiny, but like it's a full bathroom, and also a mini courtyard with some sitting space on the ground level. And also on the second story here, we have this kind of lofty space that you can see the Riad from the upstairs to the downstairs, like the void area. And we also have this kind of like a bathroom over here, of course, and the bedroom and a balcony. So that is the whole build. I know this is such a very different approach of courtyard oasis. It's not very like traditional courtyard Riad type of build that you can find, especially because of the color, because this is super duper like very watermelon like. So yeah, and I just realized that later on, and I built this on a 30 by 20 lot, but I decided to move this to the lot next door, a 20 by 15 lot. So I think the build itself is not that big, and it's ridiculous to have this like huge backyard. So I decided to move that, and I think it looks a lot better on like a smaller lot. So yeah, and I don't know, but I think this is one of the hardest build I've done, especially because I tried to build something that's very much out of my comfort zone. This is totally not my thing to build something like this, and also because I had hard times to matching the tiles and the like stucco. Is that stucco? I don't know, like the plain wallpaper color. But if you have this kit, you may realize that there are a few tiles swatches, but there are also a few like the solid color, if that makes any sense. And I really hope they did it just like the way they did with the wallpapers from Jungle Adventure, which it's still one of my most favorite, because you have this like 2 high tiles wallpaper, if that makes sense, and you also have the plain one, and I just want to have something like that. And yeah, unfortunately we don't have that on this kit, but because this is just a kit, I totally understand that, even though I just really want to have more, like I want more. And also I really wish they came with these kind of like beautiful rugs, and also the crazy decoration pieces that highly inspired by Moroccan cultures, but we don't have that, and I think it was such a missed opportunity. So yeah, anyway, here we are now on the smaller lot, and I decided to move this off camera because it's just not very fun to watch, to have this like a loading screen process and like replacing the belt of this lot. So anyway, we are basically just finishing up the landscaping here with some plants, of course, some more trees, and we just have to finishing up the roof, which took me forever to figure out, but I cut that part off so it doesn't look like silly how long it took me to finish the roof. Yeah, and I actually used a ton of packs on this build. It's so ridiculously many, but I couldn't help myself. I'm so sorry. I will try to build something using less packs in the future, but with this build I just can't, especially because I have to deal with like very tall wall height. So anyway, we are now just basically finishing up a little bit of everything here, put on some terrain paints and just put some more like decoration here and there, I think, and we'll be heading on to the screenshots. So if you want to download this build, this has been up on the Sims 4 gallery. You can find it under my EAID, which is elfathiera, or under the hashtag plummysims, or simply tap the download link in the description box below. It will bring you to my Ko-fi website. I put every single direct link to my gallery and to the tray files, so in case you don't have access to the gallery, but it's totally free. So yeah, I think that is it. I really hope you did enjoy this video, and if you do, please make sure to hit the thumbs up button. Also make sure to be subscribed to the channel if you haven't already, and if you want to, you could also ring the bell so you'll be notified every single time I upload a new video. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this voiceover right now. Thank you so much for joining me today and supporting my channel. Enjoy the rest of the screenshots, and I'll see you in the next video.
Bye-bye.